welcome to episode 15 of the Youth Squad Legends series with Chesterfield. Apologies, last episode I did not show you the player stats from last season, so that's what we're going to do right now. I still have the backup here right at the end of 2024 to 2025. Most appearances, probably Hanford, yeah, basically evergreen in the net. Most goals, Charlton with 34, a really solid return. Assists, Ruocco 12, almost double the next player, Andrew Sorriman. Clean sheets will be interesting. Hanford on 19, but then what you got here at 15, Christy Mayer, who occasionally would play left back. That's very impressive, alongside Rob Smeaton. But it looks like Christy Mayer is our most defensively reliable player, which is a bit of a turn up for the Bucks. And I don't think anyone watching this would have expected that. Right, it's Saturday, August the 9th, opening game of the League One season to come very shortly. There were a few links missing from last episode that should have been in the pinned comment. Everything will be included today. That's the two previous youth tournaments and the player growth spreadsheet that I've been working on. Here is Posh Cutsy with today's scenario. Hello there, Posh Cutsy here. How are you doing? Bad news, chap. It seems like Tomoharu Ioka has been hit by a flying jam jar thrown by a jealous fellow scout. No one knows who, but it's probably Cesarini. Tomoharu unfortunately cannot carry out his scouting duties for the rest of the season, so we've brought a temporary scout in. Okay, toodles! Yeah, cheers, Will, for that scenario. Thank you ever so much for the poll as well, deciding who's going to replace Tomoharu Ioka this season. Turns out to be Keone Solar. He gets straight to work with the assignment previously dealt to Tomoharu. Here's the opponent analysis for Portsmouth. 68 attack, 67 midfield, 69 defence, playing a 4-2-3-1 wide. It is tiki-taka football that we didn't really look comfortable with in League 2. So my bets are that we're going to get a bit pummeled here. If we're going to customise, you'll see the kits that we have on offer this season. 2 of 5 that I designed. It will be a very nice array of colours, I'm sure. Still quite bloated in this first team. Almost have 3 full lines of reserves. Not good at all. If this is the final list of players, there has to be some serious rotation happening. A lot of new faces and a lot to take in, but we'll stick with players that we know for the first match. Try and get some kind of inkling of where we're going to stand against League One teams. It's Chesterfield against Portsmouth. Oh! Hanford as the TIFO! And we have the EFL scoreboard in place. Doesn't that look terrific? Billy Blissett is surrounded. Get it back into the midfield. Smeaton, do your magic. Here's Enos Jam. I've made the decision that if we don't see a significant increase in challenge and difficulty, that we will look towards the sliders, see what we can do to make it even more difficult on me. It's all about getting the balance right. I don't want to make it too difficult on us simply because we have a brick wall in the net. League 2 success was a bit unlikely, but it wasn't completely out the realms of possibility. I think for this team, with the overall that Chesterfield do possess, we shouldn't be looking at League 1 promotion at all. And if that somehow even looks remotely like a possibility, sliders need to be changed. Sliders need to be adjusted, or else the entire save will get too easy, and nobody wants that. For a tiki-taka side, Portsmouth do not want much of the possession. Kjartansson really hasn't seen a sight on goal yet. Rob Smeaton going for a long shot. Oh, that's beautiful. That is a rocket going into the top corner when your striker has no luck and being shut up by the 2 centre-backs. Players deeper are called upon, and that is a sensational hit. Rob Smeaton, you do rock my world, fella. It'll be Bishop against Bancroft. All of a sudden, it's like 3 against 1. Bancroft across. Does he catch anyone? Apparently not. That's going to be a corner. Smeaton is having a game, man. Oh, my word. He's just drifting past players left, right, and centre. Tricks by Enos Jam. Now he steams forward. It might be a moment for the music. He finally gets denied. Centre-back stepping up, making a good line. Here goes Bancroft. Should have taken that ball. Christy Mayer with a touch. That will be the end of the first half. So match facts, we've just got a little bit more possession, less shots, less expected goals, less passes, less tackles. Lang into Pack, that should be Smeaton's ball. Enos Jam, get yourself out of trouble. Bishop turns Bancroft, Rico Walden probably doesn't get there. Shot's gonna come in and Hanford reaches up to the top corner and saves the day. Captain Darassi up against Murphy. Such a difficult challenge today. He is much slower, but he's done all right to keep everything under wraps. Colby Bishop, there you are. Portsmouth have been good for this equaliser. Bishop now drops it off to Sadie, who's just come onto the field and has sprang new life into this Portsmouth attack. Back into Bishop, Walden gets a touch. Smeaton has to go back to the goalkeeper. No messing about here. Smeaton continues to find little routes, progressing the ball forward. He's an incredibly special player. Is it time to see Sandri Roberto? We've brought him in just in case there's games like this where Kjartansson really doesn't get a sniff. All right, I didn't expect it to be like the first game of the season, but here goes Sandri Roberto to inject a lot more pace into the attack. Only time will tell if he's good enough to hold a candle to Kjartansson. He sent the ball out wide here to Corbelli, a little back heel to Ruoko. He has to go, he's not making the run. That will drop to Enos Jam. Could be a long shot. Oh, he's done it again! Enos Jam! 2 long shots today! Both central midfielders have torn Portsmouth up. It's a 0.07 XG. Chesterfield and the long shots have got a good relationship brewing. That's a truly magical central midfield pairing. Now it's back to defending for Chesterfield. Just can't get possession of this ball. Well done, Sheringham! And around the corner from Enos Jam, Ruoko now has space. Run this ball and take down some of the time. Sandri Roberto pops it off to Enos Jam. Nice holding. One final attack for Portsmouth to make things right, but Bancroft has the ball. It could have been a foul. Referee's been very lenient. It's going to be full time there, and Chesterfield have a win on the opening game of the League One season. I felt like we were under the cosh for the most of it. Let's have a look at the match facts. 5 shots to 10. They had an XG of 2.6. We had 0.7. Just the 7 saves for Alfie Hanford today. He's the man. He is the man. Here's what I'm thinking. The shot error for the CPU needs to be turned down a little bit. Maybe acceleration for the CPU up from 57 to 58. That should be balanced. We've got a roll update for Erika Kjartansson. We've been trying to make him an advanced forward, it seems. Of course, it was to improve his speed because he had lost a bit since the injury. Yeah, loans are coming in, so I do think we are going to reduce the squad numbers. Here's a chance at home against Harrogate Town in the EFL Cup to rotate the side. See some new names play for Chesterfield. Opponents in a 5-2-1-2 kick and rush football. We don't have enough defensive players here. We've got rid of too many centre-backs out on loan. Scrap all them plans. Let's have a look at the youth academy. Do we have any tall 16-year-olds? That is a negative, unless you want to put Patty at centre-back. I see that Djibodu's already had his overall jump, so we'll take him away from Dundalk and bring him back into the first team. 96 grand that'll cost us. Right then, off you go. Chesterfield against Harrogate. Krasuski with a touch. Sends it out wide to Andrew Soroman. Henson taking up the striking role. That's getting sent to the back post. Not too bad here by the new lads. Little touch by Jambe isn't helping things whatsoever. Sheringham caught out a little bit. That's a superb strike to the top corner. Livadini down the line. Zatko can't go to Jambe just yet. Krasuski spreading the play. Jambe does look like the most threatening outlet. Penson's already got a booking. We're into the box. Krasuski sends it backwards. Livadini starting to build something up. Jambe, very nice. Oxley pushes away for a corner kick. Aim for Djibodu in the box. That's going to be Sorokin, who should have scored. Wow, that is a surprise. Oxley. Oh, yes. Krasuski! 1-1. Jump on a defensive mistake. I would love to see this guy absolutely smash it at Chesterfield. The dreams are to get a new age Robert Lewandowski. One day it will happen. Zatko to drift it into the box. Krasuski chest control. He has the rapid play style, so he's a bit nimble under feet. Oh, Oh, that is absolutely sensational, mate. Now we're talking. Look at the balance and the poise. Very nice footwork and a great strike. Keep it hard and low. Djibodu's out of position again. Joel March. Oh, come on. Maybe turning down the shot error by 2 is a bit of a mistake. Yeah, let's go and tweak that a little bit. Not happy with Djibodu. He's like gone up by 10 overall and he still feels like the same player. Sorryman down the line. Oh, could have found it. There was a pathway there. Krasutsky looks like a pretty switched on runner. I can't lie. Searching for the ball there into the centre. Oh, Krasutsky's gone for the face. Krasutsky with another good run. Might as well take this first time and at least give Oxley a job to do. Do we stick with the Polish lad up front and see if he can bike that hat trick? Or do we go to Sandri Roberto for the last 10 minutes, see if he can blow Harrogate Town away? If we are going to have a bloated squad cup competitions, will be very important to keep players happy. So 2 goals on your debut is not bad. Let's see if we can find the back of the net with Sandri Roberto. All right, this one's going to a penalty shootout. Time for some Hanford magic, methinks. It looks like we've got a slight advantage, actually. Our penalties probably a little bit higher overall. Let's go. Come on, Sandri Roberto. It's not exactly the goal-scoring opportunity that I wanted to see, but he has found the back of the net. Daly sends Hanford the wrong way. Now for Sheringham, good composure. We're going to the right. It's another solid penalty from Chesterfield. Here's March, scored twice. Will not score in the penalty shootout as Hanford gets a palm on the ball. Now for Jambe, heading left. Very well played. 3 out of 3 so far. Have no idea what's going on with Hanford's collar, but it's not distracting him as he gets 2 saves in the penalty shootout. And Sorokin now with a chance to get us into the next round. That is the game. Thank you very much. Everybody loves some limbs. I really liked the efficiency of Penson and Degazon in the midfield. We got some great central midfield options in this team, man. I think this is called belly moving clubs. We'll probably have to wait for tomorrow for confirmation. He is out to Accrington Stanley. And then we got Jack Castillo moving to Go Ahead Eagles. I honestly don't know if I want to say yes to this Krasutsky loan. He's looked a lot better than Sandri Roberto so far. Oh, Jamal Darassi's gone on loan. That is a mistake. I didn't mean to do that. Sorry, lad. Let's recall you straight away. £56.4 thousand. He's jumped up to a 62 overall. I'm loving it. Second game I've not seen a 5-man defence so far in League One. Tactical preset tiki-taka. The 9th place with a win and loss on the form sheet. I'm going to try Ben Eck at central attacking midfield for this match. Solari gets his debut on the left-hand side. So let's see how well they work together. Enos Jam attempting the turn, but it's almost impossible with that level of quality. Dale nearly took it to the house. I get a couple of passes strung together and then there is a mistake in the rain. Here is Mark Harris getting pushed away by Hanford. Rico Walden tries to clear, but his clearance only gets to the edge of the box. Enos Jam, little bit of a foul. Goalkeeper dramatic in his dive, but it stays out of our net for now. Christy Mera just sent Harris flying, and then he passes the ball on to Enos Jam. Not the greatest quality football here just yet. Ben Eck trying to seek Kjartansson, but it definitely needs a better pass than that. I know it's raining, but I don't think the players feeling like they're stuck in mud has anything to do with it. Ooh! It's going to be a yellow card for Idris El Mazzouni. Will that open it up slightly in central midfield? Smeaton is okay. Made out of granite, that kid. Solari might as well take a shot, see what happens. That's the first attempt that we've had in the half. It's taken 44 minutes. You can definitely tell now that the sliders are working as intended. Yeah, Oxford United just got relegated from the Championship and it is showing. This is definitely a battle against a very, very good team. Bancroft trying to intercept. Let's move this ball on. There's going to be a huge hole in the middle. Walden aware and stepped up before Harris could have been played in. Now Harris can try and punch a hole in our defence, and Walden has let him go. Hanford doesn't make the save. and it has been on the cards all game. Solari gonna hit in desperation. Kjeld Sanson gets his head on it, and that's a glimmer of hope, even though it's off target. It's slightly frustrating with not being able to get the game going whatsoever. Less than 5 to go. I know we're a bit disheartened. We have been simply outplayed, but it's only 1-0. Alfie Hanford double save! Let's do it for old Alfie! Try and keep possession. We got seconds remaining. Enos Jam. Our referee doesn't even want us to attack. Simply outplayed. Oxford United showing us levels. Still incredibly heroic from Alfie Hanford in the net. Mark Harris himself alone had 9 shots. They had an XG of 4.4. 17 shots in total. How are you only giving the goalkeeper an 8.0 after that? How many saves did he make? 10? 10? He made 10 saves!
Welcome to Yuko Ike's Haiku Chronicles with your host, Yuko Ike.
I went on a date with an elevator once. It had ups and downs. Oh, that is golden. Harrogate Town see Krzysztof Krasucki score twice against them, and then they get in contact, wishing for a loan on the player. I probably need to accept that, just for the storyline. Fedor Yershov has gone to Al Okdud, and the final game for this episode, Charlton Athletic. Yes, I see the 5-3-2 holding return tactical preset of tiki-taka. A lot of teams want to play it down on the floor in this league, and since the Polish striker is heading out the door for this season, after much deliberation, I would like to see him at least for one game in League One. This will be a rough introduction, chucking him in the deep end. Charlton against Chesterfield. This is the second game on the bounce where the scoreboard has not really worked out. If team names keep on not being visible, I'll have to reluctantly remove the mod, because it's not really serving a purpose. Krasucki, play across, Enos Jam, yes lad! It can't get any easier for big, amazing Enos, who gets his second goal already in League One. That rapid play style on Krasucki could be a big determining factor on whether he stays long term. Benek down the line, Ruoko and Krasucki swapping places. We are nowhere near the goal. Skill move doesn't work out, but there's a bit of luck, and what a finish that is! Krzysztof Krasucki! Is he taking Chesterfield by storm? I might have to talk to Harrogate Town a little bit and say that that loan deal is off the table. Alright, somehow we've got a 2-0 lead against Charlton Athletic. Sorman into the box. That's not getting anywhere near the striker. Here's a corner kick for Chesterfield. The target man is Enos Jam, who basically went up uncontested. Enos Jam now wins as a free kick, which he'll take quickly and brings Krasucki into it. Shot probably wasn't going to trouble the goalkeeper, even if it was on target. No complaints with me so far with the chances that we are creating. They are still few and far between, but they are good chances when they do come. Jabodu stepped in without winning the ball, trying to help out Christy Mayer. Sheringham sent to the shops, but we can always rely on Hanford. The final tackles made by Sheringham and Christy Mayer, who have been sensational. That was absolutely brilliant as a defensive stand. Charlton Athletic 0, Chesterfield 2. It's pretty stunning. Krzysztof Krasucki, can you have any bad words to say? Absolutely not. He's just taken on a 5-man defence in League One. Created 1 goal, scored 1 goal. Yeah, there was a bit of luck in there, but sometimes you need the luck as a footballer. Alright, that's the end of this episode. A ton of things to mull over. Did not expect Krzysztof Krasucki to hit the ground running like he has done. Still doesn't change my outlook on things. Kjartansson will have time. Plenty of time to get off the ground here in League One. However, you can see the struggles because he doesn't have that pace underneath him. This has been Cutsy. Thank you ever so much for watching this episode of Youth Squad Legends. If you've enjoyed the video, please give it a like. If you're not subscribed around here yet, then press the red box down below and hit the bell icon for mobile notifications. A big thanks to everybody supporting me financially on the right-hand side over there on Patreon. You can too with the link down in the description box. Cheers to all of you watching this episode in, episode out. Hopefully we see more consistent uploads next week. Fingers crossed everything in my life settles down and we get more time to do this. Alright, take care. See you next time. Bye-bye.